Hello and welcome to another beta survival video with me, FoxyNoTail, here on our little beta testing world. And in the last episode, we built this little farm here, and right at the end of the episode, we built a particularly awful end of the house thing up there, which we're going to fix today. And we also got some ideas for what we can call our little island, most of them along the lines of Beta Island or Beta Testing Island or Foxy's Beta Island. We need to get some better ones than that. We need something more original, more interesting, I think. So keep thinking, peeps. Keep thinking and put a comment down below with your ideas for what we can name this island. Now, in today's episode, we are going to be doing a few different little things, but we are going to be starting with fixing this house and getting it done. So I've set my timer for an hour. It's time to get cracking. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a nice window at the end here instead of having that horrible stone brick. So we're going to need some dirt, which we've got in our inventory. We're going to need some trap doors. We're going to need some glass. Okay, I think I've got all of the things I need, including lots of things I absolutely don't need, but that's fine. And we're now going to scaffolding up with the dirt because I don't have any scaffolding. We need to go find a jungle and get some bamboo. So first of all, I'm going to start by removing all of the stone brick stairs that looked awful. And I'm going to use these spruce logs in order to make a nice window shape. So we're going to bring these down. We're going to keep them stripped because I think they look nice stripped. But we're going to break those two there. And we're going to bring that across the top like that. Now that is where we're going to be putting our glass. And it is going to be a nice big 3x3 window. And in front of this, we're going to put 3 pieces of dirt. And we're going to use our spruce trapdoors around that. Oh, I didn't make enough. I meant to make 5. I've only made 4. Oh, geez. Yeah, but we're basically going to do that. And then we can plant things on there. And then we're going to use these dark oak trapdoors to actually bring the sides of the windows, well, make them look like they've got little shady, latchy bits on there. I think that will make that look a lot nicer. And I think already that looks like a lot nicer window than it did before. Although I'm not happy about this spruce logs across the bottom facing the wrong direction now. And then with a few fence posts and a nice hanging lantern at the front, I think that is just about everything exactly how I want it to be. That's a much nicer window to fit at the end of our house. Very good. Right. Now I've got to do the one on the other side. Ah, me flower. Oh, jeez. Okay, so tilling the dirt and put flowers on it actually looks much more like a little compost holder there. I like that. That looks loads nicer than just dirt. Fantastic. Okay, we're done. We're done on this one. Let's go to the other one. And now that's that window done, so there's just the one on that end to do. And there really isn't all that much room at this end to do a great deal. I'm just messing about with some trap doors here. I think we're just going to go for some fences like that, some oak trap doors there. Maybe we could put a flower box on the front, but I feel like it's going to have, you'll be able to see the dirt from the sides because there's nowhere to get the trap doors in. No, I think that's overkill on this side. So yeah, we're just going to put the oak trapdoors, not the oak, the dark oak trapdoors there, and that's going to do us. So it might not be the best end window in the world, but it is our end window. It's absolutely fine, and I don't think it's actually called an end window, but that's what I'm calling it because it's a window at the end. Now, there are just a few more bits left to finish on this house. One is the door, because that's awful, and another one is the mushroom blocks, which we... Oh, jeez. Jeez, me and me big feet had to go around ruining that, didn't we? Where's my hoe? Yeah, the other thing is the mushroom blocks we haven't quite finished off yet. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mushroom blocks. How hard could it be? Now, it's actually quite fortunate for us at the moment that it's raining, because that means I think that the light level's slightly darker, whether it works that way, but there we go. We've got our 7 blocks, jeez. Yeah, I was going to say that should mean we're able to grow the mushrooms during the day, which we are, and now we have, how many did we get? 8! We've got more than enough, but now I do need to get up there and smash that to bits. Oh, jeez. So while I'm smashing this to bits, why don't you guys hop over and go and have a look at this week's feature, which, oh, wait, no, I put a video out on it already. Gee, I kind of ruined it for you all. I basically, this video was supposed to be recorded yesterday, but I ran out of time for reasons. So I had already recorded the feature bit, which basically I've done a special feature on mountains. So it's already done and it's already out there, and you may have already seen it if you're watching this video. So I'm not going to put it in this video as well. There is a link to it up in the iCards above, and we are just very, very quickly now going to talk about a couple of other little things to do with the mountains. But yeah, Otherwise, go and check that video out after this one, because it's a good one. So in my little featurette, I mentioned how mountains now make the entire rest of the world just look incredibly flat, boring, and ugly. But there is another problem with them, which I think is slightly more important, and that is they're completely solid. I have cut a big hole in the world, as you can see, which goes straight through the side of a mountain, and you might notice as we fly along this, there is a distinct lack of holes in it. Basically, there's no cave holes sticking out of either side at, well, basically Y levels above where you would normally find caves, which I think is a big sort of missed opportunity. Oh, excuse that bit where I've missed deleting some things. Hang on, let me just finish off deleting those for you. Let's get rid of those blocks there. There we go. They're all gone now. Let's pretend they were never there in the first place. So yeah, the mountains themselves have no caves or anything inside. You can see this one here has a water lake in it, but that's about as much as you get. You get nothing else, which is quite a stark contrast from anything that happens below there in the world. If we come down to where you would normally find caves, basically below Y level 63 or below sea level, you'll see there's lots of holes in the sides of the walls where the natural caves will intersect and join in with the world. Basically the caves that you naturally come across while you're strip mining. So you can see as we get higher up, there are absolutely no caves at all, which is a real shame, because it would be really nice, for instance, if you would come across some of these snowy cliffs or snowy meadows and find something like a big open mouth cave with icicles dripping down in front of it, somewhere where you might expect something like an abominable snowman to live. And maybe there could be sort of ice caves and things like that going on inside the mountains. But at this particular moment in time, they are 100% completely solid. So yeah, mountains, epically beautiful, perfect in every way externally. But to me, really missing an opportunity here to have some really exciting and interesting new cave types above. Maybe they will be added in. We don't know everything yet. I really hope they do. I really hope that there is some more interesting features to be found inside the mountains. Anyway, back to survival. And just like that, the outside of our house is now complete with all of the mushroom blocks in, which means we can... Oh no, the front door. Oh jeez, we got... Oh, there's always something else, isn't there? I think all this front door needs is just to be more fitting with the colour of the wood and also not quite as standoutish. So what if we took those fence posts that are there, instead of having that big chunky oak blocks by the door, we just put the fence posts and those stairs there, and I think that should look absolutely fine. Yeah, that's a lot better for the front door. So now our house on the outside is 100% complete, but the inside still needs a... Oh my goodness, really? Really, you show up now interrupting my clips again? Selling me absolute junk, your arms disappearing for no reason? I don't like it. Why do your leads disappear when I turn my head? Right, that's it. Disappearing lead man, an annoying llama man. Get out, be gone. Don't come back. You're not welcome here. And you, drowned with trident, you're not welcome here either. Go away. Shoo, be gone, all of you. So now that that's all done, the biggest problem I've got facing me at this particular moment in time is that this island is a spawn fest. And I believe that things are spawning in the water. Now, there was a drowned a second ago. He may have despawned now, but there was a drowned with a trident there a second ago. I've just killed another couple of drowns, and I need to do something about it. So there's one, look. There's one of the fellas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swim down here, and I'm going to grab myself some sea pickles so that we can make ourselves a little sea pickle farm and get this area all nicely lit up. There we go, got a couple of sea pickles there. That's all we need. Now we can build one. But it's all right saying, oh yes, now we can build a sea pickle farm. Now what we need to do is actually have somewhere to build it, which means I need a base. And a house, unfortunately, as much as it's nice, is not a base. So I'm thinking, do we do some digging? Maybe go underground? If you've been following this series from the start, that you'll know that the world seed we're on is actually a popular speedrunning seed, and as a result of that, there is a dungeon literally right at our doorstep. Our house is the other side of that house. There's a dungeon down there, or a stronghold. What if that was our base? What if we use the new fancy mine entrance we've got going on inside of this church? Yes, very fancy, nicely decorated here. And instead of digging down that way, we dig down this way, right into that dungeon entrance and that stronghold, and we make that our underground laboratory. You see, the great thing about strongholds is that they already consist of lots of different rooms, and they already have big corridors, and they're easy to light up. However, this one is in a bit of a tricky position. Smashing through the doorway at the end has brought us into the main part of the stronghold, but yeah, this place has already got everything we need in order to turn it into a nice big underground laboratory. And it's got lots of nice tasty jewels inside for us to collect as well. Oh, and lots of nice tasty creepers as well to go bang. No, thank you, Mr. Creeper. So while I make this tunnel down here a little bit easier to get up and down, you guys can now check out what are the latest fixes that we're covering in these betas. Did you know that in May 2018 I made a video called Experimental Gameplay, warning people that if you play in the betas or with experimental mode turned on your game, it could cause all sorts of game-breaking problems? But most of the comments said, no, I was talking nonsense, it's absolutely fine, there's never any problems, and it won't break your world or cause you any issues. Okay, fair enough. Cut to the latest Minecraft beta snapshot and my test world where all of my copper has turned into the wrong types of copper, and we now have some completely broken blocks. These blocks that say update means that the block is no longer recognized by the game, and that's basically the default broken block texture. All of these blocks were copper of different variations, particularly this bit over here that showed the different variations for the different stages of weathering. I don't want to be the person that says I told you so, but I told you so. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're going to talk about a few little fixes that have been added in the latest beta, and one of those is the ability, hello donkey, to wax and unwax copper. Well, we could already wax it, which this one's already waxed. As you can see there, it's waxed with the copper, but we can now unwax it with our axe. Very much like how we can strip oak, we can now unwax copper, just like that. And if we pick it up, we can then see that that is a normal weathered copper block rather than a waxed one. So that's a nice fix to be added. That happens with all of the different copper variants. It also works with the cut copper, the slabs, and the stairs, so you're going to be able to completely unwax absolutely everything. And I may be wrong about this, but I believe if we get an unwaxed piece of copper, put some honey in a dispenser and use that, we can now wax it automatically, which means we can use piston systems to wax our copper for us, saving us a job. I don't think, however, that it's possible to put an axe in there and unwax it. No, it's not. So there we go, some very nice fixes for copper, indeed, bringing them pretty much in line with Java Edition now. One of the other fixes is one I don't like, and that is how my arm no longer bobs while I'm walking. Apparently this is a fix, it was a bug before when it bobbed. Let me just show you that quickly. Here we go, in the very same world I was in, my hand bobs when I walk, and I think that's right. I think that looks normal, the world doesn't bob. If I turn actual view bobbing on, the whole camera wobbles, which is, you know, the expected way that view bobbing works. If I turn the view bobbing off, then I expect my hand to carry on bobbing, but the world not bob. I like that. I much prefer that. I don't like the smooth hand. And also, speaking of fixes and bugs, I've just literally opened this world up in the previous version of the Minecraft beta. My copper blocks are back, and all of the new copper blocks I've laid down are completely broken, which can only mean that, is that a bug that I can go backwards with, like, worlds? I thought once you'd opened a world in a new version of the game, you could no longer open it in an old one, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, these are those blocks that we were talking about earlier, the different variants. But anyway, yes, back in the latest beta, my hand is completely stationary, which just makes me feel like I'm a ghost, sort of gliding about. I really don't like that change at all. This is not a good change, in my opinion. And the other fix that I want to talk to you about is something we actually... Oh no, Donkey fell out of the world. How did Donkey fall out of the world? There's no holes in the world. How did Donkey fall out of the world? Did he go down there? There's no hole. There's Donkey. Oh, there must have been a different Donkey. Okay. Well, somehow a Donkey has fallen out of the world. There's nowhere to fall out of the world. How? How did... Oh, okay, right. In the last Minecraft beta testing video, we found out that the barrier blocks would not render properly in front of water and glass. That has been fixed as well, which is very nice to see. Anyway, that's enough fixes. Ooh, hang on a minute. Ooh, updates in the world has made my glow item frames break. This happens, by the way, when oh no, just glow item frames texture's just completely broken. Is it because I'm using a texture pack? Maybe it's, what? Okay, resource packs. I have no resource packs on the world, and I have no global resource packs set either. But for some reason, my glow item frame textures and my copper textures are very much broken. Very strange. Is that a bug, or is that just my version? Who knows? Anyway, back to survival gameplay. We have a trident drowned man in my pond. No, sir. You must not be in my pond throwing your tridents about. Thank you very much. Not very good at all, mate. Okay, so not only do I want the entrance to our stronghold to be functional, but I want it to look half decent as well. So I'm going to mine out the majority of the inside of this church here, and we're really going to make a big effort to make our mine or our stronghold entrance look kind of nice, which is going to mean digging lots of tunnels and making lots of holes in walls and using lots of materials in order to make it look decent. And the biggest problem with that, as you can see from my pickaxe, is that it is just about dead. There is the tiniest little bit of red left on there, and I need to get that fixed or make a new one, but I don't have many levels, so a spawner would come in pretty handy. And if that doesn't make sense, why? It's so we could make an XP farm. But I don't know where there is a spawner, so I'm thinking if I bring some books over here, maybe I could get a semi-decent enchantment on one of those, or I could enchant an entirely new pickaxe, but you never know what you're going to get. Or I could use my existing pickaxe and the new pickaxe or some diamonds to repair it, which is, I think, what I'm probably going to do, because I like the fact that it's got Silk Touch. Now, it is going to cost me 4 diamonds to fully repair it, or I can put this other pickaxe on there and have it fully repaired for 3 diamonds and 2 sticks. I think I'm going to go for that option. Jeez. So now that that's fixed and I can crack on with doing what I'm doing down here, why don't you guys take a minute to check out the latest bugs that have appeared in this very latest version of the betas for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Enjoy! Today's bug is all about scale. Can you see just how massive I am compared to the landscape and the trees around me? There's some really big no, it's nothing to do with scale. It's to do with depth. In the latest beta, the Y level of the world has been taken all the way down from 0 to -64, and with that has come an array of problems and bugs. Now you might notice there are no ores or new cave generations or new blocks below Y level 0. That's absolutely fine. This is clearly still a work in progress from the developers. I think this test at the moment is just to make sure that everything works okay when we go down below 0. But it doesn't. One of the most obvious things that they've got wrong is their maths. Apparently they have missed one number somewhere, because Bedrock should only be fully solid at the very bottom layer, i.e. Y equals -64. However, it is also fully solid at -63, which means we've got 2 full solid layers of bedrock at the very bottom of our world, which technically means we're losing a layer of buildable space in our world, although I don't think we can quibble over bedrock. You can see here at -62 it behaves as normal, and it will go all the way up to that level there, but we have 2 full solid layers of bedrock at the bottom of our world. Something not particularly, important to fix, but something that maybe just wants tweaking at some point in development. Some things that do need fixing, though, are these bugs. We've got stairs, scaffolding, and Sculk Sensors here. The first one is all to do with game sounds. Now, I was looking through the bug tracker, and I found a bug that basically says when you travel past Y0 on stairs, the stairs sound turns from copper to cobblestone. Let's check this out. We go up the stairs like this. You can hear the ting of the copper as we walk. Now, technically, I'm crouched going down these stairs, because when you go downstairs, you also get the thud sound. And that rocky thud sound isn't actually us going downstairs, it's actually us falling between the stairs. You don't get it going up, but you do get it going down. And that's normal. What isn't normal, however, is that when we go beyond Y0, we only get that thud sound. So it could be mistaken that the copper sound has changed to the stone sound. It's not. There is no sound at all going up the stairs at below Y0. Cobblestone stairs exactly the same. No sound until you get above Y0. And this Y0 issue is apparent with these other two things as well. There's a Sculk Sensor here above Y0, and there is one down there below Y0. If we walk around on here, you can hear we're making footstep sounds. And the Sculk Sensor's picking that up. And so's that one down there. However, if we drop down below 0, so that our feet are now below 0, we now no longer make any footstep noise at all, and the Sculk Sensor no longer picks us up. We can still jump, which makes a noise, and the Sculk Sensor will pick that up, but it won't pick us up walking. The last bug to do with going below 0 has to do with scaffolding. You'll see we've got 5 different layers of scaffolding here, all starting at different Y layers. These ones are above Y0, that one's at Y0, and those are below. If we break those ones, they break as you would expect, and if we break the ones sitting on top of Y0, they'll also break as normal. However, if we then break ones below Y0, you will see that the ones that are sat at Y equals 0 do not break, and this also occurs down at Y minus 64 as well, although I'm not sure why you would want scaffolding in the void. However, if you are building below and you're using scaffolding to get up and down and you want to break your scaffolding, it's only going to break until Y0. So that is a bit of a problem that they really do need to address. But anyway, that's enough bugs from me. Let's get back to survival. Well, all of this tunnel digging is incredibly slow going. Believe it or not, there are only 4 minutes left of today's episode, or at least today's playthrough on my 1-hour timer, which means I'm not going to get anywhere near close enough to where we need to go or finished with this tunnel. And I'll show you what I've done so far. I have stairs of many different varieties coming down here, and I've gone with the stronghold basically blocks. I've also added in some stone blocks as well, just to add some variation. And you can see here we've got some glass. As I was digging down here, we were digging down into the lake, so I thought it'd be a good idea to put some glass there so we can kind of see what's going on inside it, which kind of looks quite nice. I've not really done anything with this bit in terms of finishing that off or getting it there, but we are headed in the right direction. But I really want to decorate the walls and the ceiling of all of this as well, which takes a very long time. And considering each one of these survival episodes is only an hour's worth of in-game time, I'm not going to, well, it's probably 3 or 4 episodes worth just actually finishing this tunnel. So I'm thinking, why not do a live stream on this world? I do live streams on Truly Bedrock, I do them on Sky Factory 4, I even do them on occasional other games as well, but not very often. So why not do a beta testing live stream? If you think that's a good idea, if you'd like to see this series as part of live streams as well, so we can make a little bit more progress, then please let me know with a comment down below. If you don't already know, I do live stream on Twitch. My link is twitch.tv/FoxyNoTail. Go over there, check it out. And you can also watch all of my previous live streams on Foxy2, my second YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed to that, then make sure you do subscribe to that, because there's a lot of stuff goes on there as well. So I'm going to spend the rest of this video, or the last 2 minutes basically, just digging down as deep as I can until my timer goes off. We're reaching for level 27. That's the main layer of the stronghold from what I can gather. So yeah, that's where we're aiming for. But I don't think we're going to reach that in 2 minutes time. And there we go, the timer is going. That means it is time for us to finish. We've managed to get down to level 38. Not quite level 27, but we're on our way. Anyway, that's enough from me, so I guess I'll pass over to real life me for the end screen. See you in the next one, peeps. Thank you for checking out today's video. If you haven't already hit that like button, then I would really appreciate it if you could. It really does help out the video and the channel. And if you want to check out the feature I did on mountains, it is just here. And if you want to subscribe to my channel or Foxy2, my second channel, you can do that by clicking on those circles there. Anyway, that's enough from me. See you next time. Bye.